for the Thunder. Couldn't get it to go down.
Well, good help by Bosh. Great gang rebound by Battier. And then leaving Westbrook wide open. Good look. Just a miss by Westbrook. But now down 4, Mike. You just got to create a quick shot. Get it to Durant or Westbrook, attack the basket, and then live with the first open shot, and then play the foul game from there.
Whether it's a 2 or a 3.
Exactly.
And again, they still have a timeout left, so if they can cut it to 2 or to 1, they'll either go for a steal and then foul, and Miami will have to hit some more free throws before this one is closed out.
And Miami can give great help off Sefolosha and Perkins.
Durant, Perkins, Harden, Westbrook, Sefolosha in the game for the Thunder. Haslem comes back in with Battier, LeBron James, Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. Haslem will guard the inbounds, making it difficult for Sefolosha. Now he backs up.
He's trying to take away that direct pass to Durant.
And they throw it away. Westbrook went one way, Sefolosha the other. And then Westbrook has to foul. A costly turnover for Oklahoma City.
Well, they pre-switched. So James was guarding up top to accept Durant on the cut. Because of Haslem's body position, Westbrook couldn't break to the corner to get it. So he broke up high at the end. And just as you said, Mike, a miscommunication.
Well, it has been a fourth quarter dominated by the defense. We've seen a lot of missed shots. We've seen a number of turnovers. As Wade hits the free throw there, makes it a 5-point game. Scott Brooks still has 1 timeout remaining. The free throw shooting from Miami has been instrumental. And Brooks will use his final timeout as the lead up to 6 with 13 seconds remaining. 31 of 35 from the line, nearly 89%. Oklahoma City battled back from 7 down with just over 2 minutes remaining. Miami once again for the second straight game hitting some free throws down the stretch to keep the Thunder at bay.
And Mike, if I'm Oklahoma City, you score quickly. I would not foul necessarily immediately. Last game, they gave them trouble with trapping once. Try to cause a turnover, get another quick bucket, and then play the foul game.
But they really need to go for the 3 here.
Listen, you can't predetermine. You've got to take the first best shot you can.
Even with 13 seconds.
Exactly. Now, you want it to be a 3.
Sefolosha looking, finds Westbrook. Westbrook drive, puts up the 3, won't go. James the rebound, and he'll dribble it out. That will do it. Miami will take a 2-1 lead in these NBA Finals with a hard-fought 91-85 victory. Disappointment for the Thunder. They had it right there down the stretch, but for the second straight game, Miami emerges the victor. And the Heat, once again, very big from the free throw line. LeBron James, 29 points, 14 rebounds. He's with Doris.
Well, and the Big Three scored the final 15 points of the basketball game. You, Dwayne, and Chris, how much of that is a recognition that it's your job to close?
It's all about chemistry. We understand where we like to get the ball, what we like to do in close situations. And, it's good to see us execute down the stretch. But more importantly, it's great to see that we was able to get stops. That's what the game has won, and we did that.
Both teams have such offensive firepower. Can you give us some sense of how hard it was to generate good shots?
It's very hard. Both teams are very active defensively. And, both teams make it hard on one another to get shots, especially in the half court. So, when you get stops, you try to get early offense. That always helps, and we was able to do that a little bit tonight.
You absorbed the matchup with Kevin Durant. What are your objectives with him when he catches the basketball?
Just try to make it tough. I mean, he's a great player. He makes some tough shots in the third quarter. but I just tried to keep my body on him in the fourth quarter. You know, he was able to miss a few. Chris was able to come over, get a couple blocks, and you know, that's what our defense is all about, helping one another.
Congratulations, LeBron.
Thank you so much.
Mike.
All right, Doris. Well, the Heat in the same situation that they were in last year's finals, up 2-1. Now we'll get ready for Game 4 Tuesday night, right back here at the American Airlines Arena. Tip-off shortly after 9. Kia NBA Countdown at 8:30 Eastern. Although this year they've got Games 4 and 5 on their home floor. So a big win for LeBron James and the Miami Heat to take this 2-1 lead. The final score, 91-85 for Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, producer Tim Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and our entire outstanding ABC crew. Mike Breen saying so long from Miami. Thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals. Right now, let's join Michael Wilbon and the guys.
Thank you, Mike. Well, it just keeps getting better and better.
Yes, it does.
Each game seems to be more intense, closer, give you so much more to dissect. Miami Heat now, bottom line though, with a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 series with 2 more home games. Oklahoma City, which looked so poised in Game 1, all of a sudden perhaps starting to unravel. Irvin, of what you just saw, what jumps out at you?
Well, Michael, I was very impressed with OKC. They actually played a great game. They lost this game in the third quarter. They had a double-digit lead. They made 2 bad fouls on three-point shooters that cost them 6 points. JB, then they missed, 5 free throws in that quarter. They could have blew this game open. They had silenced the crowd. They took Miami out of everything they wanted to do. Russell played an outstanding game. Just like I give criticism, I can give him praise. Russell was fantastic. Foul trouble hurt Kevin Durant. That cost this team in the third quarter, JB.
James Harden goes 2 for 10, and that was the stretch. 2 fouled three-point shooters, 5 missed free throws by a team that led the NBA in free throw percentage. A terrific free throw shooting team. They've struggled here in the finals, 62% from the line. That really hurt them. And then at that moment, Durant gets his 4th foul. So you had an 8-point lead. Durant goes to the bench. Harden struggling. Coach Scott Brooks also takes out Russell Westbrook with about 4 minutes to play. I thought maybe you should have left him in there to get some scoring. They really struggled. Credit Miami for making a huge run right there. That could have been a 15-point deficit going into the fourth. Instead, they took the lead, and then they controlled the fourth quarter.
I should point out, before I hold that thought for a second, Chris Broussard, 29 points and 14 rebounds for LeBron James in a 3rd consecutive great finals performance. Dwayne Wade had 25, 7, and 7. And it looks like when the two of them, going back to the formula, which got them right through Indiana when Chris Bosh was injured, and then right through the Celtics at the end of the series when they had fallen behind 3-2. LeBron and Wade together, if you don't hold one in check, Miami's awfully tough, if not impossible, to beat in these playoffs.
Well, and also, let's not forget Chris Bosh. The numbers weren't huge, 10 points, 11 rebounds, but defensively, he played big. A lot of times late in the second half when the Thunder drove, Bosh was there to meet them at the rim. And the thing that stands out to me is this Heat team that really through the first 16 games of the playoffs was shaky down the stretch. Now they're winning grinded out games. They're a different team. Well, because LeBron James won't let them lose now. LeBron James was fantastic in the fourth quarter. I mean, all game long, but in the fourth quarter, he was involved, Michael, in just about every play. Whether he was scoring or passing, he just really took it to the basket strong. This was a pretty move right there. And so LeBron is willing his team to victory. And he's the Miami Heat, JB, is taking advantage of all the mistakes that the Thunder made in the third quarter and especially in the fourth quarter.
Well, Miami controlled the glass again. They out-rebounded by 7, and they outscored them from the free throw line 31-15.
Yeah.
That's very difficult to overcome. Oklahoma City had 14 turnovers as well. And we have to go back to that third quarter stretch. That's the ball game. Oklahoma City absolutely flipped the switch from the first half. And they do this all the time. They got dominated in the paint. They did not rebound the basketball. They did not get out in transition. All those things were perfect in that third quarter, but the last 4 minutes, they weren't able to sustain the bad fouls. Miami gets control and takes the lead.
I want to zero in on that. The bad fouls. And here's the Thunder in the third quarter. You know, when we mentioned them.
Well, how about this guy? This guy can shoot the basketball from any angle, any shot he wants. Look, they got out on the break because they played good defense. They forced Miami into turnovers. The little Rondo fake behind the back from Westbrook. Derek Fisher knocked down. He had a 4-point play. He knocked down another 3-point shot. Everything going well for the Thunder. And then those 2 bad fouls took all the momentum away. They don't miss free throws, and they couldn't sustain it.
They're reverting a little bit. Or maybe I shouldn't say reverting. When the pressure is matching it up another level now, and there have been some critical mistakes at times you can't afford in finals games. You can't have it.
And also, too, Michael, bad offense in the fourth quarter. The Thunder played great for 3 quarters, fantastic. They resorted back to one-on-one basketball in crucial times, and they turned the ball over or bad shots. And Miami Heat made them pay for it. So if you're the Thunder, take that film session, look for 3 quarters, see how you played, come back in game 4 and try to duplicate that.
Durant, 11 for 19 tonight. Great percentage. He's well over 50% for the series. Does he need more shots?
Yeah, well, he has to stay on the floor, JB. He can't. This is the second